Hey, all right, as we wait a little bit for people to come in, tonight's conversation is going to be over awakening. What is it? What in the hell is it? What is a spiritual awakening? Who can have them? Why? So we'll talk a little bit about what they are. Oh, there. Hold on, I have to remove that. Okay. Hi. Water, please. Water, please. Whoever just came in, I hear valuable timing, perfect timing, valuable timing. Hi, Miss Mary. How are you? Oh, we got the Marys. Got the Marys in the house. Hi, Sue. Hi, Becky. How are you guys? I'm excited for tonight's topic, awakening. And it's funny because today I was like, oh, I should talk about this next time and I should talk about this. So I have a few things that I want to talk about in further weeks and I'm excited too. So, hi, Miss Kathy. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Jamie. Marys are here. Hi, Cindy. Oh, yes, they are. We have another Mary. We have another Mary. Hi, Mary. So literally the Marys are in the house. Okay. It's funny, in my family where there's three Melissas. Myself, my sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law's son's girlfriend. Arva's like, let's go. Let's get started. Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Miss Barb. Hi, Karen. Hi, Tanya. You've been writing? Have you getting to get some writing time in? Hi, Chris. Hi, Diana. Hi, Terry. I think it'll be fun. So let me just ask you guys, who in here has ever heard of a spiritual awakening? How do you get one? Where do you get it? Do you go somewhere special? Hi, Miss Nancy. Hi, Danette. Hi, Monica. Yeah, it is really hot. Just reading the comments as I wait. So, do you know what spiritual awakening is? Do you have a pretty good idea what it is? It's basically going in, it's like your mind, you shift out of all the bullshit and you move. Oh, let me get her. There. Sorry, keeping you up there so long. That's really calling her out. Hi, Mary. Sometimes I feel like it finds you. Yeah, I think sometimes it finds you. You know, there's several things that can bring on a spiritual awakening. Probably the top is going through difficult times. It could be losing a job, losing a spouse, losing a child. So it can be actual the death of a relationship of a child. That can throw you into a spiritual awakening. My reasoning behind that is you're looking for answers. You want to know, why is this happening? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? And so as you look for answers, they start to find you. Menopause, I don't know if I already said that, but believe it or not, menopause can throw you into an awakening also. I know, pretty crazy. Okay. Danette, I've heard of it and I'm living it. Hi, Bobby Jean. You know, that was my sister's. I have a sister in spirit. That was her name. And actually, exact same initials as you, which is fun. Kathy said, I got mine when I met you. And that is actually not uncommon for mediums or to go to a psychic and to start opening up afterwards. That's actually very common. Hi, Corey. Sorry. Hi, Corey. So I have actually had people reach out to me and say, oh my gosh, this happened. What is this? I'm like, well, you're waking up. Yay. It's a beautiful thing, but at the same time, it is not rainbows, lollipops, puppies, and kittens. You may find that you lose a lot of friends. You may not want to be around your friends anymore. They may hold something that no longer supports your greatest good. It's okay. It doesn't feel good at the time, but it is okay for them to walk away from you or you to walk away from them. We're not always supposed to be in everybody's life forever and ever. Okay. Arva says, I went to, here, let me put it on here so it's easier to read. I went to 2 women and they said about a 15-minute chatter and then stuff started happening. Yeah, that week show us up. And we're also going through an awakening. Our planet is waking up too. So we're seeing mass awakenings, and I would almost say more than we've ever seen in the past. More and more people starting to come to the truth of who they are, and that they're not just a person sitting here going to work, getting up every day, going to work, coming home, going to sleep, getting up. I mean, that routine is dying, and it needs to. So a lot more people are waking up to their own truth too, and how powerful they are, and stop letting society dictate for them who they are and who they need to be. Okay. Tammy says, oh wait, let me back up. So Chris says, it is when you look at things it is a different perspective. Absolutely. It's when you kind of start seeing the bullshit. And Tammy, I found it when I lost my mom. Yep. Mine really kicked in after my son died. Knocked me on my ass. Not gonna lie. I don't know if she's on here tonight, but a dear friend of mine, we co-wrote a book. She was I want to say, the editor of the book. And so when I wrote my chapter, the publisher said, well, let's have Nancy look at this and look at your story. And she loved my story, which yay. But then when Nancy looked at it, she reaches out to me and she said, it was like a slap in the face. And I was like, well, duh, I lost my son. You can't pretty that shit up. So yeah, it's like a slap in the face. You can't make that pretty. But you can move through it. I promise you, with work, you can. Okay. And I know several people on here are moving through a really difficult experience in their own lives right now. So, Jeanette, that's how I did it. The ball started rolling. You're so stinking cute. Hi, Becky. Hi, Valen. I don't know if I said that right. Valen? Valen. It feels better, Valen. Miranda. Good morning. Good morning. She's like, dang phone. It's like, what? Where are you? What country are you in? Hi, Miranda. Deanna says, mine was a near-death experience at age 6. Oh, there it is. Was very interested in the paranormal. Very interesting. Janet, listening with a big ear. Okay. That's how I stopped dabbling with curiosity and started this intense journey. Grief sent me digging deep to understand more, that led me going down the rabbit hole. And hello, hallelujah, it is a rabbit hole. It is deep and vast. When I first started this, I say this often, so if you've heard me say it and you're like, shut up, just some people haven't. But when mediumship first started for me and I started to understand what it was, I was just like, oh my God. And I started talking to my guides and I started having these crazy experiences. And my guides tell me, well, there's more. And I was like, more than mediumship? No. Well, guess what? There's more. Holy shit. That was just the tip of the surface. That was just a tiny piece. Okay. And some of you've probably had pretty insane experiences yourself where you can say, oh yeah, there's more. There's some shit. Barb, it happens with family too, the walking away. It absolutely does. It is not limited to friends or family, or not just friends anyway. Yeah. Hi, Denise. Cindy says, I woke up from abuse and a moonstone I was given. Crystals. I don't know that I have a moonstone in front of me, but crystals are huge, you guys. These are Apache tears. These ones are pretty powerful for me. I have obsidian. Oh my gosh, I have hematite. I have just a plethora of crystals laying down here. Aquamarine. Crystals are huge. Their vibration can affect us, believe it or not. If you don't believe me, hold one for a while that you don't feel like comfortable with and see if it makes your tummy upset or if it causes you. I have seen people get nauseated from holding crystals that weren't right for them. I know. Oh, Chris, I lost my brother and my dad and my daughter in 8 years. I know they helped me through. Yeah, they absolutely do. And that's a lot of loss. And I will tell you, you're in good company tonight. You're amongst a lot of people who have had a lot of losses as well. So just know that we send you love and support as you move through that process, that deep grieving process. Chris, have you had a chance to talk to your daughter on the other side yet? I don't know if that was like, nope, it's not. I had to pull your thing back up to see if it was your profile picture because I literally saw somebody holding a hose, like playing in the summertime. So, and then we already know what the 8 is because you said in 8 years, but I was getting pulled to 8 too. So, but we already know that. It was your daughter's dad. I'm not sure what that means. So 11 is sign of spiritual awakening too. I pulled this up off the internet, but I don't have the website. Probably should have the website, but there was some things I thought we would talk about a little bit. Hi, Carolyn. So Chris, I don't know if I said something that made you say it was your daughter's dad, because I was seeing somebody holding a hose with shorts on. It was summer. It was an absolute summer moment. Okay. Hi, Melissa. Well, I would be honored to help you. Quick Connects are a lot of fun. They're just little short readings. So basically, I sit in front of my computer just like this. I turn my recorder on. I connect with your energy. Then I click end, and then I send you the video of what I pick up. So it's great because you're not there, and then you watch it at your convenience. Okay, so let's go through these signs of a spiritual awakening. Okay, you might feel lost or think you're losing your mind. Show of hands. Anybody think they're going crazy? Feel like you've lost your shit? Okay. It's just actually usually one of the first signs that starts happening, one of the first things that happens. Disassociation is though you're somewhat out of your body rather than fully in it. And it may feel like your life is falling apart. And that's probably because it needs to regroup. So think of the phoenix. Everything gets destroyed and then it comes back greater than ever. You've changed. You don't have the same wants, same desires, same thoughts anymore. Your views and opinions have shifted that no longer align with other people. And this is where I was saying earlier how we can walk away from people. That's one of the reasons, because your desires, your thoughts, your needs start to shift and you're no longer finding that you're compatible with the things you used to be. Inexplicable fatigue, body aches, chronic fatigue, chronic body aches, tingling of hands and feet even. Another thing for me is I would get tingling at the top of my head. That's your crown chakra, by the way. So your chakras are going to start to wake up as well. So you might feel sensations along those chakras. Anybody know what those are? They're energy points. We have 7 main, but we have hundreds. Okay, our root chakra is at the base of our spine. Then we have our second chakra located just above our belly button. That's our sacral. Then we have our solar plexus just above the belly button. Heart chakra, throat, third eye, crown. Okay. Waves of energy rushing up your spine into your head. Anybody know what that's called? That is Kundalini awakening. And it can shock the shit out of you. It can feel like an electrocution. When I had one, it actually wasn't from the spine up. It started from the head down. My crown chakra opened right up. And mine opened when my granddaughter was born. When I went to pick her up, I dropped to my knees, scared shit out of me. I thought I was going to drop her. It was in what, 2006-ish? 2006? I should remember when she was born. Shame on me. Okay. Seeing auras, lights, or other types of energy. Seeing things out of the corner of your eye, that peripheral vision, catching pieces, sudden knowing. Just, I know shit. Why do I know shit? That's called clairsentience, by the way, clear knowing. Craving different food. This one was huge. For me, I didn't used to eat a lot of red meat. Like I ate a lot of chicken. I ate chicken or vegetables. I still do eat a lot of vegetables, but I never really, if we went out for burgers, I just got something with chicken or vegetables. So mine shifted and I actually started craving meat. I also had a heart issue, so it was along the same time with that heart issue. But a lot of people may be the opposite and crave less meat and decide to go vegan altogether. But your likes and dislikes will shift completely. Coffee is another one. And you may decide, you may find that you don't like coffee anymore and switch to teas, herbal teas. I actually did that recently. Another thing is these don't always follow a pattern, or they don't follow a pattern at all. You're going to experience it differently depending on what's going on for you and your awakening. Okay, so just be aware of that. The coffee thing is fairly new. That was actually January of this year where I just completely cut out coffee. And then I went to teas. Now I'll drink decaf. And what's even weirder is I drink the crystals instead of the Keurig coffee. I just get the little instant. I don't know. I like it. Okay. Also, physical activity can change for you. You may find you want to do more. You may feel like you want to do a lot more exercise. Okay. That was another thing that happened to me around 2006. I joined a gym, got physically fit. Of course, the mediumship, I ate a lot trying to keep the energy up, and I gained a lot of weight. So now we're working on getting it back off, but okay. This one, sensitivity to large groups of people. Anybody going through that? I used to be great. I used to love big parties, tons of friends, loud music. I used to drink. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm like, now I know what that stuff does to you on a spiritual level too. So it's made a huge difference for me. But I also am not real huge on big family get-togethers anymore. We still do them, but I don't do like I used to. Okay. Yeah, Cindy's saying that too. And Joanne, yeah. Kathy says I became calmer. Cindy Tootin, I like the instant too. I know, it's actually good. And I can drink it black. Tammy, hold on, I gotta talk about this. My sister-in-law looked into my heart chakra and I almost passed out. I had a stroke after heart surgery. Okay, I'm gonna tie this in with something else really quick. So, have you guys ever heard of the term cord cutting? Show of hands. I know what that is. So we have etheric cords. We basically have them from the moment we're born. Our first cord is with our mama. And then we have cords connected to people, places, and things. And it's a spiritual thing to go in and cut them. I don't believe we should be cutting them, because think of what that does to cut something. It leaves a frayed end. Why would you want an open wound? So instead, heal them by sending love to those through those cords, and initially allowing them to essentially allowing them to kind of fade away on their own by sending love instead of hate. So When I first started this, I had told a gentleman, you need to cut that cord with so and so, and this is what you need to do. He thought he was having a heart attack. He had physical pain. Okay. So, no, he wasn't having a heart attack, but it sure did feel like it to him. So, I am just going to throw this out there. Do not cut those cords. Heal them by sending love through them. I actually offer meditations where you can go in and do that. You're welcome to, you can book that on the website. It's a little self plug. Didn't do that on purpose, but what the hell? Okay. But seriously, you can cause a lot of physical pain to yourself, especially if you don't know, if you don't understand how important that is. So, no more cord cutting. Heal those sons of bitches. Okay. Fallon says, I have a hard time going to parties, hanging out with people. I don't even really like to leave my house. Oh, well, and this energy that we're moving through right now is kind of not helping that, is it? um, who said that, Valen? You have a gentleman in your energy. Is your dad in spirit or grandpa? Pulls me to the month of September is significant, and then he pulls me to the number 11. Let's see, we have a lot more to get through in this list. Sensitivity to light, sound, or scent. Anybody else experience that? You can smell things. That's clairgustance, or clairsentience. No, not clairsentience, clairscent. Clairalience is what that's called. Sorry. Also sensitivity to light. In addition to being hypersensitive to these types of sensory stimuli, you may find an immense new appreciation of color. Yeah, colors are big. Okay. Patterns and synchronicities start to appear around you. So somebody had said a minute ago that they're seeing 11 everywhere. That's sign of spiritual awakening, patterns and synchronicities occurring, seeing things, asking for something, and it appears immediately. That's actually speeding up right now. Our ability to manifest is really increasing. I hear exponentially, Melissa, exponentially. Okay. So be very aware of your thoughts, your negative and your positive. But if you're having a lot of negative thoughts, now's a really good time to change that up because things are manifesting very quickly. I got the itches all of a sudden. Grandfather. I've got a grandpa with me too. Who did I just ask if they had a Valen? Is that you? They had a grandpa or a dad, a masculine. Valen says, I have heard of cord cutting. Hi, Allison. Mary? Oh, whoops, sorry, Arva. Years. It is not a once and done kind of thing. It is a long process. I'm sorry. It is a continual process. It is a long process. But I would say probably the worst part of it, probably in a couple of years, going through those big shifts. And just like with anything, when we're having a lot of changes. Abby, she says, I'm new. Hi, Abby. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Today we're talking about awakenings, awakening process. Who's having them? Anybody. Everybody's having them. Our planet is actually having an awakening. Okay. How do you know where you are at in your process? Take inventory. Take inventory of how you're feeling. Take inventory of how you felt 6 months ago, even maybe a year ago. Where was I? Also, that's a great question. Kimberly, thank you for asking that. Journal. Get a journal, write that shit down. You should be journaling your experiences, your thoughts, especially because we tend to feel like we're losing our mind and we don't feel normal. We don't like the normal things we used to love. And I think that's why a lot of people start getting medicated, especially women. Antidepressants. Something's wrong with me. Now, I'm not a medical professional, but having gone through this myself and having given a lot of readings, I will tell you I've seen a lot of people who are going through the awakening process. Okay. So be kind to yourself. Okay. Dreams, prophetic dreams, warnings. I get that on a daily basis. Melissa, I'm having dreams and they came true. Melissa, I had a scary dream and I felt like it was going to come true. Melissa, my dreams, my dreams, my dreams. So, Kimberly, what do we write in the journal? Everything. How are you feeling? What did you do? What did you eat for lunch? What didn't you do? What did you say you were going to do? Why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling that way? How did this happen? When did this happen? Why did this happen? Any of that. I just heard you're on crack. I'm really not. Could you imagine me on crack? God. Okay. So Allison is saying she feels like she's backsliding and that she may have stalled a little bit. I think it's kind of like going to college and you have to take a semester off. Maybe you need a little bit of a break so that you can process. Also, our bodies are downloading so much energy and so much information right now, and it can overwhelm the hell out of us. So it is a really good time just to allow the process. That's another part of the awakening, and I don't know if it's on here or not. Well, it talks about lessons learned through experiences. If you're experiencing spiritual awakening, you might stop in your tracks to realize the lessons. I think that's really valuable too, is to see how far you've come and like all the things you experienced in your life. And oh my God, I mean, if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't be here. If I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have gone there. Who got me there? That got me there. So you start to be able to kind of pull all the pieces together too. There's a desire to be of service to others. I can attest to that. Purging the unnecessary, having real gratitude. Gratitude's huge in this process, you guys. Just being thankful for the things you have. Yeah, Tammy, that's a great one too. It's scary how I think things and they happen. Yep, we're manifesting like a son of a gun right now. Or if it's not connecting with her dreams. In other words, you don't remember them. That, Nathan, is a great question. How do we try to go with the awakening and not fight it? Just that you just allow, okay, this is crazy. And so let's say that you're hanging around somebody who just no longer fits your life. A relationship, a friend, it can be a family member. Just this is not who I am anymore. But I said I would be there forever, or I said I would always do this. But every time I'm around them, they're so negative, or they're so this, or they're so that, or it's dysfunctional. Step away. Because most of the time we try to fight it and I will fix it. I will fix all of this shit. Will you? Do you need to? Step back and take inventory. That's how you go. That's how you don't fight it, is you let yourself go where you need to go instead of trying to control. Okay, that's a great question. Lastly, I'm going through a lot, including searching for a job. I relate to a lot of these things, but I often feel like I'm going backwards, not forwards. That's still movement, though. A lot of people get stuck in that. I feel like I'm falling backwards. That's still movement. That's not stagnation. You're still moving. So what comes after backwards? Forwards. What goes up comes down. What goes down, if it's a ball, it's bouncing. So that's still movement. So don't beat yourself up over that. Just allow, this is where I am now. It's called, our bodies follow seasons just like the world does. Or I should say just like the earth does. So winter, spring, summer, and fall. What happens in winter? Everything is shut down. Nothing grows. Everything is resting. But we know after winter what's coming. Spring. Everything starts to green up. Life kind of gets a little bit busier. We have more things to do. And then comes summer, and then comes harvest in the fall. So pay attention to where you're at now. Energetically, are you in summer or are you in winter? That tells you what's coming next for you, what the next steps are. Does that make sense? Great question, by the way. Oh, Nathan says, never in my life have I cut people out. In the past couple of years, I've let go of so many. Not in an ugly way, just don't hold on to people who are in my. Yeah, I. And Nathan, you knew me prior to this. I do. I think so anyway. I feel like you did. And I had to do the same thing. I cut out a lot of people from my life, and not because I was being mean, but because I started to honor myself and who I was. And I stopped putting myself down to make others feel better. I stopped holding myself back to allow others' growth. I stopped saying, I don't want this. And I started saying, I do want this, is what I want for my life. And I took control over that. Ah, I have a glow. I'm glowing. It's the sun. I've been outside a lot. Thank you so much. How can we differentiate our? Oh wait, where'd she go? Let me pull that up. How can we differentiate our feeling versus what others are feeling? Sometimes I feel others' energy so strongly that I don't. That's actually part of being empathic, and that's actually can come from being in a traumatic, trauma. For crying out loud, traumatic circumstances, either from childhood or later, because empathy is you're tuning into the people who have the issue. Correct? Are you ever tuning into the happy people? Odds are probably no. You're tuning into the ones who may present a problem or may have issues. So what you would do is start working on healing that within yourself, so you're no longer tuning into that. Okay, you can do that through many. There's EMDR, there's emotional freedom techniques. Meditation's huge. Meditation, if there was a downside effect to meditation, it's that it brings up all that stuff that you've buried. But that's actually what it's supposed to do, so that you can look at it and heal it and love it instead of squashing it down. Okay. Arvis says she hasn't. Allison, you are very welcome. Going backwards is still movement, not stagnation. Okay. Arva, nope, not in a long time. I know I dream, but I figure either I'm blocking or my guides and angels don't think I'm ready. Uh, usually, in my experience, they will tell you. Like Mike told me when I wasn't ready for something, and I was like, "You don't tell me no. You tell me right now," and they did. And guess what? I wasn't ready. I lost my shit. Scared the piss out of me. So when they give you that, or if you're getting this impression from them that you're not ready, absolutely trust that. But they say if we don't dream, we'll go crazy. So I'm going to go on a wild limb here and say you probably are dreaming, Arva. Um, Nightscapes, I hear. You actually are traveling during your evening, my dear. You are astral traveling. Okay. So when you wake up, ask your guides right away. Have a notebook by your bed. Ask your guides, is there anything you can tell me now? And I don't care if it's yes, no, one, two. If whatever word pops into your head, write it. If nothing pops into your head, write nothing. And then write anything, and then write something, and then allow that to flow. But you've got to start that ball rolling. That's kind of called channeling too. Okay. Oh, Denise says I have to learn to treat myself better and cut people. You do. That's part of the process. What I have noticed though is when one door closes, or even if you close the door, others open up for you, and that puts you where you were meant to be. Had I not walked away from the group that I did, I wouldn't be doing this today. And I will tell you, if you ask those people if they ever thought I would be doing this, they would be like, what the okay? So do what you need to do for you. It's okay. I don't know who I am after divorce, and I'm trying to find myself and learning. Yeah, so that's grief. It doesn't have to be death to experience grief. Losing a job, losing a loved one, getting a divorce, and losing a loved one that way, that's still grief. Because grief is not only losing someone, but it's losing an aspect of who you are. It's losing part of yourself. So now you're no longer so and so's wife. Who am I now? Now you're Christy. So it's about having to relearn. You're always blonde, just lonely. I would find some things that you enjoy doing. And I don't know what the roller skating is for you, but I just heard roller skating. So, that's exercise too, and exercise really helps get energy moving. So we store a lot of energy in our body. What I noticed from when I was doing Reiki is we carry it in our legs. A lot of women carry relationships in their legs, lower because energy kind of lowers. So our knees, our hips, our thighs, a lot of energy stored there. So exercising gets that moving. So I would say exercise, sweetheart. Allison says it's easy. It's crazy how much easier it is to walk away from a relationship that no longer helps you grow when you've worked on yourself. It is the best thing. Yeah, she's saying it's the best thing she's done. When you start to work on yourself, the other stuff will naturally fall away for you in a healthier way also. Oh, Bobby, you're so welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, Kathy says I've always been able to feel when people are uncomfortable or unhappy. Yeah. And again, that's probably trauma because you learn to tune into it. Where am I not safe? Where am I not safe? What do I need to worry about? We're like little beacons. Okay. Um, Kimberly, first I would rule out any heart issues. So you may make an appointment with your doctor to make sure you don't have anything going on there. It could be that you're astral traveling as well. Um, uh, well, they just took my breath away, so I don't know if you're holding your breath while you're sleeping or if you're, what is that called when you stop breathing in your sleep? You may be doing that, and then your heart's kind of pounding to say, hey, wake up, get your butt up. Okay, but I would definitely check with a medical professional just to make sure to rule anything out. Oh, Arva, thank you. That is awesome. Tammy says, just going to say that my grandma used to blow his nose all the time. And my dad passed of pulmonary fibrosis. And I cough when I feel him. I notice you coughing. Tammy, what's your grandpa's name? Here. I don't know if I was here in Chester. April is coming up for that. April, Tammy, April. I hear sleep apnea. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Oh, Susan, full of grief. I send you love. Allison, I want a whole segment on astral traveling. We'll write that down. I just actually did an astral projection meditation for my subscribers. So I do have a subscription through Facebook. If anybody is interested in joining, it is $9.99 a month. It's set by Facebook, not by me. Subscribers get additional content, like I'll be closing here in a second because I do have to go over to do my subscriber group. So they get I don't know if they get a lot of perks, but they get some additional perks. So definitely check that out. There's a tab on my Facebook page that says subscribers. Okay. I'm going to write astral projection, so we might talk about that for the next one. Okay, I do have to close though, so I can go get the subscriber group going. You guys have a fabulous, fabulous evening. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Tammy says her dad is Rick. Okay. Yeah, I've kind of lost my connection with that. So know that your loved ones are with you. They watch over you. Trust me, they watch over you all of the time. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close you guys. I have somebody who's trying to chat me up, and I'm like, I don't, lemon soda. I don't know what lemon soda is. I don't even think that's a thing, but I'm hearing it. So I will leave with that. If any of you understand lemon soda, just let me know. Okay. Have a good one.